Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my June book haul, which is well overdue. It's almost the end of July at the time that I'm filming this. So yeah, I just need to get it done so that I can do other things. So there was two sales that went on at Chapters over the month of June, and one of them was a customer appreciation event where we just got like a flat amount off. I think it was like 30% off. So I waited to buy some of the books that I knew I wanted at that. So the first book that I picked up from that was Inferno by Julie Kagawa. This is the fifth and final book in the Talon saga. This is a series about dragons living in our world that can shapeshift into humans. I love this series. Julie Kagawa is one of my favorite authors, so I had to pick it up, but I've already read this, and I thought it was a great end to the series. I don't really want to go into detail about this because it is the final book in the series and I don't want to like ruin anything for anyone by accident, but I really enjoyed this and will be reading more from Julie Kagawa whenever it comes out. I think she has a new book coming out later this year, so I'm really looking forward to that. Next up, I picked up another one by a favorite author, and that is Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it's about. I believe it's like a dystopian science fiction like cowboy type of thing, but I honestly have no idea because I don't know what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about. I'm planning on reading this very soon, so hopefully I will get to that. Only reason I bought this was because it's a Jay Kristoff book and I have loved everything I've read by him, so I need to check this one out. Next up, I picked up a book that I'm a little disappointed in. I'm currently reading it, but it's not the book itself I'm disappointed in, it's the cover. And that book is Smoke in the Sun by Renee Adia. They changed the cover for this. This is only a duology, and they changed the cover for it for some reason. I don't know why, and it kind of bothers me because I really liked the original cover. Like, I loved the first cover for this, and like this is just a different style altogether. Like, I still think it's a very nice cover, but I preferred the original covers, so I'm a little disappointed in this cover, but I still picked it up. Like I said, I'm currently reading it. I'm like a little under halfway through. So far, I'm enjoying it, and I can't really go into a whole lot of details. I think this one is like in the first book. It's kind of like a Mulan retelling where she disguises herself as a boy, but it's also very different. But it's really good. I've really enjoyed Renee Adia's books, and this series is no exception. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one up and seeing how I like the end of the series. Another book that I bought during the customer appreciation event was Save the Date by Morgan Matson because it's Morgan Matson and I needed it. I've already talked about this in one of my previous videos. It is about a girl whose sister is getting married at her family home, and it's like the last weekend that her entire family is going to be together at the house, and she wants everything to be perfect, and just everything goes wrong. It sounds like it's just gonna be great because it honestly sounds a bit like a rom-com, so I'm looking forward to reading this, and hopefully I'm going to be reading this really soon as well. Next up, I picked this book up, and I didn't even know that it was out in paperback already because I have the first book in paperback, and that's Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. I really enjoyed the first book in this series. I think I read it in one day, so yeah. And I'm really looking forward to continuing on with the series and reading this one as well. But yeah, it just is, I just love Victoria Schwab, and I just love the covers of these, and I just needed to pick it up so that I could get it read finally because I've been waiting for it to come out in paperback so that I could get it to match my copy of This Savage Song. So really looking forward to it. It's another duology, and I seem to be like in the middle of reading a lot of duologies, so I might actually get to reach my goal for finishing series if I finish all these duologies this year. So we'll see. But yeah, really looking forward to it, and can't wait to read this sometime. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to read it, but when I do, I'm really looking forward to it. The next one that I picked up was The Book of M by I think it's Peng Shepherd. So this one is, I think it's like an apocalyptic one, post-apocalyptic, something like that, dystopian or something like that. Basically, people's shadows start disappearing, and when their shadows disappear, they gain these powers, but they also lose all their memories. So it sounds really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. It's sci-fi, and I just need to read more science fiction because I don't read enough of it. I've also heard nothing but good things about it, so hopefully I will enjoy it just as much as everyone else has enjoyed it so far. Next up, I picked up a mass market paperback, which I don't do very often, but they're like 2 for $15. So I was like, well, I really want to read that. I'll read it, pass it on. And that's The Hypnotist's Love Story by Leanne Moriarty. I've read a few of Leanne Moriarty's books in the past, including Big Little Lies, which there's a sticker on here that is not actually a sticker, so I can't take it off, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, mass paperback, what do you expect? I don't really know a whole lot about this. I mostly just got it because it was Leanne Moriarty and I had heard good things. But it does sound like, from reading the synopsis, it does sound very interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading it and hoping that I will enjoy it just as much as the other books that I've read of hers that I've enjoyed, because yeah, I've enjoyed them. So hopefully I will like this one too. And then the other paperback that I picked up because it was 2 for $15 was Beartown by Frederick Bachman, because again, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I honestly don't have any idea what this is about, except for that it says it's similar to Friday Night Lights in right here on the cover. I didn't really watch Friday Night Lights, but I know that it's like hockey, and despite the fact that I'm not very like into sports and hockey, I do still enjoy reading the occasional book about them. And this one just sounds like it's going to be really heartwarming, and like I'm looking forward to like the community aspect because I grew up in a small community, so I'm just thinking like this is gonna really like be more nostalgia for me than anything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and yeah, it sounds really good. The next 4 books that I picked up were because Chapters was having a points event at the end of the month, and basically it was like buy 4 books get $10 in points. So I was like, yes, I need to do that because I would love $10 in points. So the first book that I picked up was The Marrow Thieves by Sherry Zemeline. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. I've already read this and I really enjoyed it. It is a dystopian where um, indigenous people are being hunted down for their bone marrow because everyone else has stopped dreaming except for them, and they realize that they can get their dreams back by having doing something with their bone marrow. I don't really know what it is they do. All I know is they like take their bone marrow, which basically kills them, and they take their bone marrow, which kills them, and yeah, they're trying to escape it. And it's a young adult book, and it's just a book about survival. It's a dystopian, like I said, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. The next book that I picked up, I got it because it was like $3, and it looked like it would be like a nice light fluffy contemporary, and that is Confessions of a High School Disaster, Chloe Snow's Diary by Emma Chaston. I read this already, and I read it in a day, so I mean, I did enjoy it that way, but it was kind of very immature. But I mean, I should have expected that because it is from the perspective of a grade 9 student. She's just starting high school, so I don't really know what I was expecting. Like, it was good. It was full of like all the drama, but then also at the same time you're just like, oh my god, stop being so annoying, because she was slightly annoying during it. But I just picked it up. I probably will be passing this, like putting this one into my community book box for somebody else to pick up. But like, it was a nice, like I got what I wanted from it. It was a nice fluffy contemporary, and I did enjoy it. It just wasn't amazing, but yeah, it just basically follows her through a year of her life during like when she starts during the year when she starts grade high school. So I think there's another book coming out that follows her another year, which I might read because like this one follows her in the next year, which I might read because I did enjoy this one for what it was, and I liked how it was written because it was written in a diary style. Like it's very like like there's dates, and it's in a diary style, and it just was a quick read, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Next up is one that I picked up because I seem to always pick up books in this series. I haven't read any of the books by this author, but I always pick up books by her because I always hear great things about her. And that's The Enchanter Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. I now have 3 books of this series, but I think this one's the 4th. But I think this one's the 4th, and I don't have the 3rd. So I've been picking these books up slowly when I find them, so they don't really match, like my books don't match for them, but I'm really interested in reading it and seeing if I like the series. I know it's really bad to like buy a bunch of books before I've read the first in the series, but like I think it was like $4, so I mean, it was either $6 or $4. I can't really remember. So, I mean, it was cheap. So there had that going for it, and I just needed to pick up 4 books for the promotion and was having a little bit of difficulty finding a 4th book. And the final book that I picked up was The Other Widow by Susan Crawford. This is about a woman who's in a car accident with a man that she's having an affair with, and he dies, and she starts getting phone calls from his burner phone after he's dead. And yeah, it's a thriller. I believe it's from both perspectives, the perspective of the wife and the perspective of the woman he was having the affair with. So I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds really interesting, and I've been really enjoying thrillers lately, so it's just one that I want to read. So yeah, these are all the books that I got in the month of June. Let me know down below if you've read any of them and if you enjoyed them, and if there's any that you're looking forward to, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!